What is going on, guys? My name is Jeff, or Oh My God, and today we're playing a little bit of Gotham City Imposters. Now, these are some highlights from a game I played earlier. The game went on for about 15 minutes. I didn't want to make a 15-minute commentary, so I trimmed it down to about 8 minutes or so. I forget the actual total. I don't know. It's a pretty good gameplay. I ended up going like 20 and 10 or so. I did get a cool little double headshot sniper collateral thing toward the end, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. But I do actually have a topic today. I'm going to be talking about YouTube now and then. Like, you know, comparing the two, the differences, the similarities, you know, whether it's come full cycle, full circle, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I have a bunch of stuff written down in this notebook. Not a script, just some ideas, and I'm going to try to roll off of them and, you know, go over them. So, back when I started YouTube, that was about April of 2009, was when I created my channel. I started watching the videos late 2008, so that was right before, let me think. That was right after Call of Duty World at War came out. So, I've been in the community for a long time. If you think, that's 5 years now. It's insane to think. I feel like 2009 was like last year, but it's 2013 already. I started my channel, 4 years ago, almost exactly. So, I've been on YouTube for a long time now. And I don't know, I feel like I am at least somewhat qualified to compare the two, to kind of talk about it. So, back when I started YouTube, the #1 big thing were commentaries. That was the king. I mean, there were montages, yes, they weren't very good yet, with the exception of a couple, which I will get into, but commentaries were king. There was Blame Truth, there was Muzza Fuzza, there was Hutch, there were the early CNanners days, not really, well, I don't remember when CNanners started, actually. I remember his first few videos were in around 2009, and I was watching him since the beginning, so he was back then. But commentaries where you actually talked about, they weren't like, you know, commentaries today where like Woody's Gamertag, phone's going off, sits down and just talks about, you know, some new DLC that came out for Call of Duty. No, you actually talked about your gameplay back then. Like, if I was doing a 2009 commentary on this video, I'd be explaining my every move. So, say I spawn in here, I like to go out this door here, and I always scope down this hallway because there's always people down there. Then I like to run to the right. You know, the commentary would go something like that. He'd talk about what weapon he was using, talk about why he's using that weapon. It was all tactical stuff. It never started out as really a form of entertainment. It was more of a way to get better at the game. It was educational. And I really liked those commentaries. That's the reason why I got in. That's why I'm a commentator. I started out, you know, doing this kind of thing, and I still to this day try to at least stay somewhat with the gameplay as I do the commentary. So that's that. And of course, in 2009 there were also montages, including probably the best montage of all time. It came out that year or the year before. It, of course, is called The Matrix by Zergriz, or as I used to call him, Zergriz. Oh my god, if you guys haven't watched that montage, I will try to remember to put a link in the description. It's only on the Map Monkeys website with the original music now, but that montage is what started it all. That montage started montages. Every shot he hit in that montage has been copied and replicated and tried to be done again. But the shots are so incredible. Even when I look back, there are people that haven't hit a shot like that since. They're insane. There was no trick shotting. He didn't supposedly trick shoot. He actually just pulled these off. Like, he didn't name his moves. He just went out and shot these and, you know, did it. And that was the best montage I've ever seen. Still to this day, with the exception of maybe a couple of the small beans, you know, cool, light-hearted montages, is my favorite montage, is the best montage out. The Matrix 2, or which Reloaded and Revolution, he had all three of them, and they were all really good. And they were just awesome. They even have commentaries over them where Zergriz, Muzza Fuzza, and Hutch went over and did, you know, educational commentaries over them. They did a Tricom where they talked about, you know, what was going through Grizz's mind when he hit these shots, where the editing came from, you know, what happened. Really cool videos. I'll also put those in the description. They're really cool. And of course, back in 2009, subs were a lot more valuable. There's been a lot of sub inflation since then. I mean, back then, the biggest YouTubers in the gaming community had around 2,000 subs. I had around 600. So I was small, but not that small. But subs just meant a lot more. And not that, you know, we don't care any less about the viewer now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, you know, when you look back to, like, the 1940s when candy cost 5 cents compared to now when it costs $1.20. It's kind of like that. It's worth a different amount now. People have more subs than they did back then. And that's pretty much it for what YouTube was like back then. I mean, it's almost come full circle now. We're starting to see more commentaries about gameplays again, which is kind of why I wanted to go over this, because I'm starting to see, you know, the community reset. And the reason why that's happening, I think, is because my generation, it's weird calling, you know, a 2-year grouping a generation, but my generation of YouTubers is starting to go off to college and, you know, be done with having time to do this stuff. And all the young kids, all the people who are 14, you know, 13, are starting to take over YouTube, and they're, you know, going back to where we started. And it's kind of cool to watch. I mean, an 18-year-old is almost like a grandpa. I'm 17 right now. An 18-year-old in YouTube is considered really old unless you're like Woody and you're 38 years old or whatever he is. But, you know, just looking around and seeing YouTube now, it really is starting to come full circle, and that's kind of cool. I'm about to get cut off because my parents just walked in the door, so I'm going to put some music over the last part of this gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. I feel like I did a pretty decent job. I did go a little bit off topic, but I hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Jeff, or Oh My COD, and I'm checking out. Have a great day.